Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. New England Patriots taking on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Shakes off the sack. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That catch good for only a couple. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Tech McKinley leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Dixon. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So here are the Patriots now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He completes this into the hands of Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Scotty Miller. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Chargers, 30.
Shotgun now for Murray. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, Murray, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Murray fighting, lost the football, and picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive, and they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
On play action, it's Murray. Going deep here for Watkins. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
That's good.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Murray now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Play fake. Murray. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Patriots send out their punter. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Darren Lee there to get him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage lost, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted,
they pay me.
picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And now look at him go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he puts it through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard line.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's good for a Patriot.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a dump off here complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point forthcoming.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just 1 score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st down, Chargers.
Herbert on 1st down now. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the Patriots.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
Patriots.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Murray going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Demir Bird there to make the grab. The Patriots are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They're on 23-yard line.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They're on the 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over first and
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Operating from the gun, Herbert, and it's caught. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 11 more on that one, and another first down. From the gun, Herbert, and this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Reed there to make the grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Taking it about the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Murray off play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, They knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Jonathan Jones.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Set to kick off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 3 yards out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Austin Eckler and the Charger off claim center stage. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. They'll find Miller, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 20.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Joseph. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Out of the gun, Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Patriots.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demir Bird, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So the Patriots now down by a field goal, and time a huge factor. First down, Murray. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's first down. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, but it'll be second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 44-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here.
That's another Patriots.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, and the Patriots have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
38.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. L.A. readies for its next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Herbert got to get into the line in a hurry. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 3 yards remain for second down. Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Herbert now to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And it's second down. He's back to throw. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game